What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. This week's episode, with what happened on SmackDown this past Friday with the match for the Undisputed Tag Team titles between the Brawling Brutes and the Usos, the question is, can anybody stop the Usos and take the Undisputed Tag Team titles off of them? That is what we're going to find out in today's video. Now, obviously we have so many tag teams, throughout both Raw and SmackDown. We've got from SmackDown, we've got Los Loldarios, Hit Row, the Brawling Brutes, the Viking Raiders, Imperium, the New Day, Maximum Male Models, and of course the team of Jinder Mahal and Shanky, which I don't think they're going to be a tag team for long with what's been going on between them. Excuse me. Earlier this year, but on Raw we've got the Street Profits, the team of Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander, Alpha Academy, Judgment Day, and of course the team of The Miz and Tommaso Ciampa. I don't think there are any other tag teams currently. I know that there's RK Bro, but right now Orton is still injured, so I think that's it. Yeah, that's literally it. Wow. Excuse me. Now, obviously we know that the Brawling Brutes had already received their shot at the tag team titles. We know that the Viking Raiders is currently injured, so we can basically take them off. So it's now basically between Los Lotharios, Hit Row, Imperium, the New Day, Maximum Male Models, Shanky and Jinder, the Street Profits, Ali and Alexander, Alpha Academy, Judgment Day, and Miz and Ciampa. Let's look at this in the perspective of the chemistry, but from within the teams. So obviously we know that Maximum Male Models have had their fair share of turbulence, if you will. Obviously, this past Friday on SmackDown, Maxine Dupree decided to take photos during the match, which should not have happened. In fact, that was the reason why they lost to the New Day. Don't get it twisted. Massey and Mansoor are incredible talent. Don't get me wrong on that, but the chemistry that they have is immeasurable. If they decide to leave Maximum Male Models, would they though? That's kind of hard to believe. So we're definitely going to take Maximum Male Models off the list simply because of the fact that even though Max Dupree and Maxine Dupree are basically I guess like they're agents, if you will. They don't have how can I put it? They don't have the killer instinct necessary to be tag team champions, if you will. So I really don't see them taking the titles off the Usos anytime soon. Now, as far as Shanky and Mahal, we know that earlier this year there was a lot of trepidation between the two. So definitely not them. Street Profits, we know that they took the Usos to the limit. not only at Money in the Bank, but also at SummerSlam earlier this year as well. Fuck, I gotta stop yawning. Anyway, the first time around, there was a little bit of controversy. Second time around was obviously at SummerSlam, and even with Jeff Jarrett as the special guest referee, the Usos came out on top. Now, the way I see it, the Street Profits, they have every right to be to be the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, but it comes down to who would want it more, the Street Profits or the Usos, and mostly it's the Usos. So Street Profits, don't get it twisted. A lot of respect for them, a lot of respect, but not on this list. Ali and Alexander, obviously we know that they've had a very interesting past with one another. Obviously dating back to their time on 205 Live, back when it was still a thing. Actually, they had teamed up multiple times on 205 Live. Teamed up multiple times on Raw. When Raw was in control of the Cruiserweight division, but now, obviously now that Cedric Alexander has pushed himself away from Shelton Benjamin and the Hurt Business, I've got no doubt in my mind that they could potentially be tag team champions at some point. So I'm gonna keep them on the list for a little bit. Now, as far as Los Lotharios go, it would be a family affair. Which family would be superior? Would it be the Fatu family or the Garza family? Because if you guys know, I believe Hector Garza, if I remember, I need to look up the name. Hector Garza. Here we are. Let's see. Here we are. So Hector Garza unfortunately passed away in 2013. Unfortunately, due to an illness. It says it was an illness. Lung cancer. Oh shit. Okay. Not something you want to see, but the family tree is very historic for the Garza name, but people forget that when it comes to to the Garza name, people forget that Hector Garza worked in WCW, AAA, and in WWE back in 96 and 97. He was a part of the faction known as the Latino World Order, competed on TNA for a hot minute. People forget that Hector Garza is a world-renowned, luchador, and he dominated the wrestling scene with an iron fist, winning championships all over the world. winning titles all over, championships all over the world, including becoming for a 2-time IWC World Champion, being a part of the AAA Hall of Fame. And of course, too, a former WWA World Wrestling Association Tag Team Champion. He's done a lot for the business. So, Hector Garza, obviously a world-renowned superstar. It would be a battle to see whose bloodline was superior. Would it be the Fatu bloodline, or would it be the Garza bloodline? It would definitely be the Fatu bloodline in that scenario. So, Los Lotharios, unfortunately, is not on the list. Now, this obviously leaves us with Hero, Imperium, New Day, Ali and Alexander, Alpha Academy, Judgment Day, and of course Miz and Ciampa. Obviously, the Miz and Ciampa have had their issues with Dexter Lumis the last month or so. There's no way, no shot that Dexter Lumis would allow Miz to be a tag team champion again. So definitely take them off. Now, Judgment Day on the other hand, they are a very unique group. I can tell you that right now, because for one, you look at Judgment Day, you look at Rhea Ripley, you look at Dominic Mysterio, you look at Finn Balor, you look at Damian Priest. All four of these individuals, banded together on the hopes, that they could potentially, take the WWE by storm. But they've done that. But it comes down to, do they have the, not, I don't want to say intellect, but rather the chemistry necessary, if you will, to be tag team champions? And honestly, no, I don't think so, because of the fact that Dominic Mysterio is the only person in the group among himself, Balor, and Priest that have been tag team champions before and have been in the ring with the Usos before. So I really don't see Judgment Day taking the titles off of the Usos. This now leaves us with 5 teams: Hero, Imperium, New Day, Ali and Alexander, and of course Alpha Academy. Going back to Ali and Alexander, I honestly don't think they have what it takes to go up against the Usos, because yes, it would be a battle of high flyers. It would come down to who's more faster, and it definitely would be the Usos, so I'm taking them off as well. This now leaves 4 of the most popular tag teams currently right now. You have Hero, Imperium, and the New Day of SmackDown, and Alpha Academy from Raw. Kicking these off is obviously Alpha Academy. Former Raw tag team champions. They've known each other for years. So who wins? Who would win? Usos or Alpha Academy? Given the fact that the Alpha Academy is dealing with Braun Strowman, there is no way that they would be able to focus on taking the titles off of the Usos. Now, as far as Hit Row, don't get me wrong, okay? Do not get me wrong. Hit Row, Top Dollar, Ashanti the Adonis, hell of a team. There's no denying that. There's no denying that those two men are hella talented. There is no denying that at all. But the fact that a team like the Usos would, attempt to degrade, Hit Row as like, as not a threat to their reign as tag team champions is a slap in their face. So Hit Row, I could definitely see potentially taking the titles off of them, but they still have a lot to work on when it comes to chemistry. So Hit Row not in the mix. This now leaves us with 2 teams left: the New Day and Imperium, two of the most world-renowned tag teams in history. You've got the New Day, who are 11-time tag team champions, and then of course you've got Imperium, who not only dominated NXT UK but also dominated NXT with an iron fist. Giovanni Vinci, and of course Ludwig Kaiser. People forget that they are former two-time NXT Tag Team Champions. Their first run, they defeated Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher. Originally, it was supposed to have been Pete Dunne, but obviously COVID struck, and so that was their first run. Their second run, I believe they defeated MSK, if I remember correctly. Yes, I believe they defeated MSK to regain the NXT Tag Team titles, and then they ended up losing them again not too long after that. So I could definitely see with the chemistry that they have, as far as the name, the brand name Imperium goes, they are very well gifted in the ring because of their chemistry. The chemistry that both Kaiser and Vinci have is absolutely immeasurable, and it's the same thing with the New Day. Obviously we know that the New Day was formed back in the fall of 2014. They're and from that point forward, they became 11-time tag team champions, and they became the longest reigning tag team champions of all time with 483 days. Obviously, the Usos is slowly creeping. They're slowly creeping, obviously, but New Day is just that damn good. So it comes down to who would want it more, Imperium or the New Day. Personally, I think honestly, as much as I am a big fan of New Day, I think it's going to be Imperium. I think Imperium is going to be the team to take the tag team titles off of the Usos, because people forget that they have Gunther, they've got Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion, and imagine if Sami Zayn or Solo Sikoa took a chop from Gunther. They'd be down and out. They'd be down for the count, which would potentially give Vinci and Kaiser the chance to end the reign of the Usos as the Undisputed Tag Team Champions. So, who do I think is ready for the shot at the tag team titles? The answer is obvious. It is Imperium, in my honest opinion. I think they have, for me personally, they have the experience and the chemistry necessary to take the tag team titles off of the Usos. But knowing the bloodline, they'll always find a way. But that brings me that brings us to the question of the day. Which tag team do you guys want to see take the tag team titles off of the Usos? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Monday, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.